radio station world. I'm in the middle of the jungle right now. There's a goddamn quarantine outside of coronavirus, COVID-19. And everybody getting goddamn hectic, you know what I mean? So I'm over here, in the jungle right now. I'm sanding up all the goddamn pots. And the beefaroni. And, you know what I mean? We're just trying to survive, because they're COVID-19. I used to be a doctor. So, it's not very good right now. It's not looking very good. We go panic. It's apocalypto. It's goddamn apocalypto right now, and everybody should goddamn panic. Go crazy. Because there ain't nothing left. No goddamn stock. No goddamn cows left or chicken. So that mean no what? No milk or eggs. Fucked. What that mean? Now that you were at a high level, now you bringing yourself down to a lower level, which is like the shit. Because now you ain't even normal no more. You used to be normal now, but they ain't even bread no more. You can't even buy bread at the goddamn store now. That's why I'm in quarantine right there in the jungle right now. And I'm surrounded by a whole bunch of squirrel corpses. Yeah. Squirrel corpses all around me right now, and I've been cooking a little bit of ravens. Cooking a little bit of ravens. Cooking a little bit of ravens, you know what I mean? And playing dominoes with my goddamn self, because I'm in self-quarantine. So I hope everybody out there, you know what I mean, get ready to enjoy the best show of your goddamn life, because I'm giving everything I got. No, ain't no telling if I'm going to be able to be alive in the next 3 minutes or so, COVID-19. So unless they cause a vaccine to be able to stop the outbreak from going on, I'll be dead in the last 3 days or so. So, hold on. I'm pouring a little bit of goddamn Campbell soup in a little pot that I got right here. Hold on, let me just drink a little bit of goddamn soup. Good old potatoes and beef stew. I tell you what, Campbell soup, #1 during apocalypto. But anyways, I have the New York Post here with me today, so I'm not gonna start off the show reading the New York Post just yet. Well, goddamn, how did my voice get better? I'm not gonna read the goddamn New York Post. That's the problem with doing the voices in the morning. But you better be thankful that you're not gonna die of the goddamn flu virus. Because this thing has already had 3,000 deaths, Commando. Alright? What? What? 3,000 deaths is not even enough for you? Then what the hell is gonna be enough for you, goddamn stupido? What, is this just like the Black Plague? You weren't alive in the goddamn Black Plague? So what the hell you saying that this happened before? This ain't happened before, man. It's the goddamn apocalypto. Everything coming to an end, and that's it. That's what you talking about. It's gonna get better. It ain't gonna get better. It's gonna get worse. We fucked. We're all fucked, and that's it. So stop it with your shit. There ain't never gonna be better days. There's gonna be better days. But with me, no, there's not. Because goddamn it, I'm doing the character today and I'm sticking to it. And whoever don't like it, they could get super fucked. Now let me hit this. What if I fucking got stuck talking like that for the rest of my life? Like somehow I done fucking moved my voice box. And I'm like, goddamn. I definitely can't do it with smoke in my lungs. Much better now. But every 3 days, this goddamn number has been uploaded. This goddamn number has been updated by the thousands. First there was 200 deaths. Now there was 1,000. Now there's goddamn 3,000 Non-commando deaths. Non-Guantanamo Bay. What does that mean? When I was in Guantanamo and killed a lot of cubes, has nothing to do with this. These are definitely a separate number of total deaths. But when I was in Guam and you know what I mean, I must have killed about 50,000. 50,000. I went rogue. I wasn't even fighting for the U.S. or for Nam. I was fighting for my own goddamn self and for my own food supplies and ammo. Whoever wants some of this, they can get fucked. And I mean all the goddamn squirrel corpses around here. Shit. Cause you ain't eating them. Shh. Respect. I had to do what I had to do to survive. Goddamn, that's a good beef. Campbell soup stew with potatoes. How you like that? I goggle them thing. Because ain't nobody even listening no more. Let's start with the New York Post. Healthcare worker who caught virus and recovered now back to save others. Well, you know what? Let me say something right now. A respiratory therapist in Brooklyn knows the coronavirus better than anyone. He caught the virus and suffered a fever that spiked to 104 degrees. Now he's back at work as part of a team trying to contain an outbreak of 45,000 cases. Why he's not wearing gloves? That's what I don't... It's... You know what? This virus, right, can go in your medical suit. Like if you're wearing a medical suit with an open neck and no gloves, there's chances that it can crawl into one of those spaces and it could infect you later. So like we really should start using the hazmat. We really should start using the hazmat suits. I mean, come on. Get your head out of your ass. Okay, I'm done using that voice for a second. But we should start using suits, man. Because now, oh my God. So remember, I just said that the deaths in the United States were at 3,000. Guess what? They're at 4,757. They literally jumped 2,000 deaths in one day. That's just to inform you guys. Not to fucking create panic. Not to make you, oh, Mike, you keep talking about this. Listen, on the title says fucking goddamn coronavirus or something like that. So you should know I'm talking about this shit today. But what if it keeps getting worse? Right? What if it keeps getting worse? Let's think about how it would break down. I think I did this a few episodes ago. But let's really try to break it down in a more economical way. So, all the houses, all the families. Some people can work, some people can't. The ones who can't work, I guess like in restaurants or in bars or in arenas, people who work in not supermarkets, like just places that are closed and shut down. Sorry, I had to clean my ear. All these places that are shut down, that's gonna affect people being able to pay their rent and to put food on the table. Now they can't pay the car, they can't pay cable, they can't pay whatever the fuck in the house. So what does that mean? So now the rent might not get paid. Right? Let's think about that for a second. If what does a person have to do? Like, let's say I can't work and I'm paying and I'm supporting my family, right? Now and now I can't work. So I must have been saving money somehow. Let's say I use that for food because we don't have food stamps. Or now we're gonna have to get food stamps. And you're gonna have to wait a few weeks to get, approved, maybe even months. Or maybe just in a few days for emergency. If they do that, if they want to do it for you. How the fuck are you gonna keep making money? Now you're gonna have to come up with something else. You're gonna have to apply in another job right now. And keep supporting your family, because that's what the worry is. It's not about defeating the virus. It's about this fucking shutdown. If this shutdown continues, I mean, I'm not affected because of the job that I do. Because I'm self-employed. But what about for those people that, like, because now you're going to have to look for another place. That's fucking crazy, right? Like that's really causing a panic in people. But you can do something about it. You just got to go out there and apply for work. Can't just sit still in the middle of the jungle eating pots of stewed Campbell soup. Gargling the soup on your throat, swallowing the potatoes and beef, hoping that maybe you gonna live like an apocalypto. You cannot live like an apocalypto, man. I wish you could. Matter of fact, I wish we could all live in fucking bunkers. Not bonkers. Bunkers. We already live in bunkers, man. Just imagine living in a place where you don't have to pay rent. Like, just you get a building and that's your building. Like, that's your house. I mean, that's the way that it should be. Not to make people work for $150,000 home. Like, yeah, that's what you have to do. You're born in the world. Let's say you're in the hood. You're a kid born in the hood. You're born in the hood. And by the time you're 18, your parents kick you out. Or whatever the fuck you do. You smoke a little bit of weed. Now they kick you out. Now you got to come up with $150,000 to own a house. Or now you have to, work and pay $1,000 a month, which is normal shit, right? Like that you work and you have to pay $1,000 a month for rent or $600, whatever the fuck. But it shouldn't be like that. I mean, we have to pay $600 a month for rent. We have to fucking pay for food. You have to pay for your phone. You have to pay for cable. Just for every goddamn fucking thing. They have you plugged into all these devices, right? And they have you plugged into everything that needs money in order to keep running. License? If you don't pay child support, you won't have license. So everything, you need money to keep it running. A car, you can't ride a car without fucking paying for insurance, paying for your goddamn license plate, and everything else. Water, which it should be free because fucking rains. Goddamn 80% of the goddamn earth is fucking water. So why the fucking goddamn do we have to pay for it, right? That's just the way it is. You got water coming through that little hole in the sink. It's 10 cents, man. 10 cents every... You know what I mean? 10 cents every... Fuck, that's fucking fucked. Think about that. Like, come on, Mike. You're thinking like an apocalypto. No, the fuck I'm not. No, the fuck I'm not, man. Everything shouldn't fucking be so expensive. For cable, right? $110 with Wi-Fi. But you get Netflix? $10? A fucking big-ass difference. $110 for this fucking cable company with a fucking dish on the side of a dish. You know what I mean? A dish. Like, some people still have dishes on the side of their goddamn house. Them big fucking metal things so they can watch TV. Now you don't even need that. You plug in a goddamn USB to your fucking big flat screen and you got TV if you have Wi-Fi. So for $10 now, how much isn't like Disney Plus like $8 or $6 a fucking month or some shit? However, you know, that's super cheap. For phones, goddamn iPhone, stupid fucking bitch shit. $800, $900 for a fucking iPhone, which is a nice phone. I'm not hating on the technology. I'm just hating on the price of it. $800 fucking dollars? Are you fucking... What the fuck? For a phone that should cost like fucking what? It's just the labor. But you know, in China, what they call it? They pay those people 15 cents to make the phone. You know that. Horrible, man. The most expensive part on your phone, is that little fucking shit that makes the battery, that powers the battery, which is like a little piece of metal. They literally, guys, they literally have kids and grown men, but it's mostly kids. Because I've seen the documentaries and there's so many videos. I mean, you can look this up yourself. There's a channel called Vice. And they had these kids going, like, you know, and they tried, when the camera showed up, there was word around town, and they tried to stop the kids from going and mining, so they won't see them on camera. But once they knew who the cameramen were, they showed the kids mining, and the kids are mining for that little piece that's inside of your phone right now. There's a little metal in there. So anyways, what the fuck am I talking about? I'm going off of goddamn apocalypse. All of these things cost money. So like Metro PCS, right? Metro PCS is $45. But you know what's even like stupider, right? That I was walking in front of GameStop. Why I said it like that? GameStop. I was walking in front of GameStop. What they got the GameStop? I was walking in front of GameStop. I was walking in front of GameStop. And these ladies were trying to give me a free phone. They said if you have food stamps, you can have a free phone. Why the fuck they don't just give everyone a free phone? Think about it. Like, that's the big thing right now. It's like having these companies open so you can keep buying these things. They just can't give everything out for free. But they should lower the price on things. Like, why are Walmart shoes $20 and they look normal? But the kids want to buy $355 Yeezys. Or fucking, like, just the, you know, the Jordans. Jordans are like, what, $160? $150? For a decent fucking pair of Jordans, it's $150, $160. You're not gonna find Jordans for fucking $70, $80. Unless you go to like Burlington or something. Like Ross or something like that. But you're gonna find them fucking old people wearing shit. Them old fucking something an old man will wear. Like Jordans that an old man will fucking wear. That's what you're gonna find. Them low top fucking plain black with the fucking just a logo on the side that is not even in the place where you want it. And it has a big old stupid front. That's the type of shoe that you're gonna have. And you're gonna pay $60, $70 for it. So good luck. Good fucking luck. I'm just saying, man. And I have Jordans on my feet right now, but these cost like $55. And I was walking with them at the flea market, right? And this black guy was like, "Yo, you those are Jordans?" I was like, yeah. I didn't even know for a second. He looked at me like I was crazy. He's like, like you're walking with them in the rocks and sand. I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm just, I like my things. Like if they're white, if the shoes are white, I like them a little bit dirty now. Because to keep them fucking white, are you out of your mind? You know how hard it is to keep white shoes white? It's fucking hard for me. I'm a dirty motherfucker. I'm dirty, man. Emergency room physician Frank Gabrin's death came less than a week after he noticed symptoms. Also, what's the number of people dead in New York right now? New York City, 1,374 deaths. Cases, 45,000, almost 46. New York State, almost 2,000 deaths. Cases, 83,000. There's a fucking shitload of people infected. But United States, all total, it's 4,757. That's a big fucking number, man. I mean, just think about that. Like to a person who's like, oh man, that's not a big number. I lived during the Black Plague. Listen, if you lived during the fucking Black Plague, man, my friend, you shouldn't be worried then. Touch everything on site. Go out there to the store, touch everything on site, and don't panic. That's what's scary right now. Is that you go out there in public where I'm at right now, everybody got masks and gloves. There's a picture of it. Actually, it's a video. There's a video of a lady that's wearing gloves in New York and like a mask. She buys fast food, sits in the train, starts eating fast food with the gloves on. See, you use the gloves to keep you from getting infected. You cannot fucking eat with infect. I don't get it. Man. It's goddamn COVID-19, man. I'm in the jungle right now. I got infected. Fuck. Sorry, man. I had to pause the show for a goddamn second. Oh, my God. Shit. I gotta eat this goddamn squirrel, man. Keep myself safe from the goddamn quarantine. Hold on. Our goddamn Campbell soup with beef and stew and potatoes. Delicious. But I'll be alright. On other news. Sorry, guys, I had to stretch my back. I'm sitting in this fucking chair. And I don't want my spine curving. Early spring for Tekashi. Due. A judge plans to release rapper turned snitch Tekashi 69 from prison early because he is at risk for the coronavirus. Court papers revealed on Wednesday. He intends to cut Tekashi loose from a private prison in Queens because the rapper's condition puts him at a greater risk to die from the COVID-19 bug. Oh, because he got asthma. Sorry, the weed is so strong that my fucking throat finished it. It's finito right now. You know what I'm saying, B? You know what I'm saying, B? I went to the Queens. I bought me the biggest hot dog that you ever seen. Relish, mustard, ketchup, pickles, jalapenos.
on a big old hot dog. The biggest hot dog you have ever seen. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. You want a hot dog? You're looking at me like you want a hot dog. God damn it. Yeah, I slap you with a big old hot dog. Hey, get away from me. I'm going in my drawer. And then I'm gonna cook me a big old pack of hot dogs. Slap you in the fucking nose with it. Hot dog. Anyways. In the event the court finds extraordinary and compelling reasons. My fucking back! Event court find extraordinary or compelling reasons presented by the defendant's medical condition, placing him at high risk during the COVID-19 outbreak. The government does not oppose the defendant's motion for compassionate release. U.S. Attorney Jeffrey Berman wrote in a letter to Angel Mayer. Takashi testified against his former Bloods crew and was sentenced in December to 2 years in prison and is already due to get out early on July 31st. Anastasia! Run up on that blickia! Get the fuck out of here. So the rapper feud was fake. Don't believe the hype. Rapper Chuck D has admitted the feud that saw Flavor Flav fired from Public Enemy was just a hoax. Damn! Was the dubbing it at April Flav Chuck Day. The legendary hip-hop artist admitted the initial plan was to reveal all during Coachella, but that fell through when the festival was postponed. COVID smashed the date, not the day. Chuck D wrote on Twitter saying of the hoax confession. Fucking stupid. Got cops to shoot him. A desperate Bronx man with the coronavirus called 911 on himself, then threatened cops with an antique gun and a ketchup-covered knife in a failed police-assisted suicide attempt. Get the fuck out of here. Ricardo Cordona, 55, especially at risk because he is an overweight diabetic, donned a suit and tie before calling 911 at around 4 a.m. and reporting man with a knife in the lobby of his Westchester Square apartment building. When officers arrived, they found Cardona holding the ketchup-covered blade and black gun. Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Don't move! The officers yelled at the scene. He ignored the orders and threatened them with 2 weapons. 2 officers then opened fire, squeezing off 9 rounds and striking Cardona 4 times, hitting him in the back and hip. After the near-fatal encounter, Cardona was rushed to hospital where he told first responders that he had tested positive for the virus on Tuesday. He feared he was going to die because of the pre-existing health conditions. What the fuck? I mean, that's nuts. And a truck fucking with toilet paper crashed and burned on fire. I mean, with nobody in it, I think they're alright. But sorry about the interruption. I had to stretch my back because I don't want to break my spine. If I break my spine, how am I going to fuck his grandmother? Huh? Tell me that because I love gilf porn. You know, gilf? That's a grandmother I love to fuck, you know what I'm saying? Isn't that, like, come on, because I know I am not the only one out here. When you're young, you want to see an old thing on that porn site. Let's be honest. Just a big, a mature. You know what I mean? Just somebody who knows what they're doing. Like a young man, like you look at them like, damn, this is 200 years of experience. I am watching an old ancient fucking thing teaching me how to do it. And then my stomach. But anyways, on a weird but true. Don't do drugs, litter, or nag your husband. The Malaysian government launched a public service announcement urging that women avoid nagging their spouses during the country's coronavirus lockdown, sparking criticism. The ad, released by the Minister of Women, Family and Community Development, also advised gals working from home to dress up, wear makeup, and speak in a soothing voice. What the fuck? That's some strange shit. On a weird but true. Next story. And you thought rescuing a cat... Bro, this shit is gonna hurt my back. I cannot fucking read like this. Hold on. I need medicine. And you thought rescuing a cat from a tree was heroic. A group of friends on a snow... Yeah, you have a choice, right? Why keep the newspaper on your fucking lap, breaking your goddamn neck? Pick up the newspaper. The fuck is wrong with you? No, I just didn't wanna bend my newspapers because I'm saving all these newspapers for my quarantine history files in my library. Next to my raccoon. What do they call those things? The taxidermy raccoons. I have a collection about 80 taxidermy raccoons in a room. But anyways, on our next story, weird but true. And you thought rescuing a cat from a tree was heroic. A group of friends on a snowboat. I thought I was about to talk about that dog in a hole. Because please, I already fucking read this before. COVID. A group of friends on a snowmobiling adventure in Newfoundland. Why is there such a big space between that word? Newfoundland, space of hell, Canada, ended up saving a giant moose stuck in a snowy tree. Well, wild footage shows. We're coming. We're coming for you, buddy. Mark Weir says as his pals dig into a thick snow to free the beast. God damn it. I'm reading like a fucking retard. I'm super high right now. And one time when I was young, I fucked a chicken. But anyways, on our next weird but true. His chicken came home to roost. A Georgia creep was caught on camera having sex with a hen. And yo, what the fuck? What's crazy is I just made a joke about that. I had sex with a hen and tossed it in a cage. And I really did that. Reynaldo Pineda, 69, old fuck, was charged with bestiality for allegedly having his way with the poor bird near Homerville. He was released from jail on bond and rearrested 3 days later for threatening to shoot a group of people like dogs, cops said. He threatens to shoot people like dogs and then he goes home and fucks a fucking hen. Like, who does that? On our next weird one, through. Jokes on them. Roughly 20 British police stormed a hot water comedy club in Liverpool, responding to a complaint of a large gathering defying coronavirus lockdown rules. But when police arrived, the venue was empty. Paul Smith's stand-up set at the club was streaming on Facebook Live, but had been video recorded 3 weeks ago. What the fuck? Dumbass. The fucking cops, they fucking went to a goddamn bar thinking, and the dude had a Facebook Live for 3 weeks ago. or something like that. Blah, blah, blah. On our next weird but true. A British man ran an entire marathon in his 20-foot-long backyard. James Campbell, 32, of Cheltenham, dashed across the grassy patch 6,400 times to complete 26.2 miles and raise money for Britain's National Health Service. He said feeling stir crazy amid the quarantine inspired him to live stream the run that took him 5 hours to finish. You're fucking out of your fucking mind. Out of your fucking mind to record yourself and do 26 fucking miles. Are you fucking stupid? I mean, that's a lot of fucking miles, and you're gonna record yourself at the end of shit. I mean, it's not stupid because it's good for your health to run, but fucking marathon in the back. Oh, that's not obstacles, right? I'm thinking obstacles and shit. I mean, if it's running, anybody can do that, buddy. I can do that. Okay, so for your daily horoscopes. Sagittarius, it may feel as if you could take on the world single-handed, win, but you need to be realistic. Even a Sagittarius has limits. If you could recognize the fact today, it would. My fucking stomach, you hearing that? It won't be such a shock when something or someone gets the best of you early next week. So I ain't trying shit next week, Dan, because of you. Nah, I'm doing everything this week, buddy. She thinks she cute. Oh, ugly. Use is spiking swiftly. Heavy alcohol use is spiking swiftly and dangerously during lockdown. I don't want to read that because I know everybody drinking. Sozin's grandmother, who lives in the same building, drops cookies off her balcony because she can't see his kids in person right now. Damn. My back! My back is twisted! What if somebody said that in public? And what if I got the corona from reading the New York Times? No, but it's not printed here, right? Where's this shit printed? Yeah, because they're not gonna fucking ship newspapers across the goddamn... Well, this is printed here in Orlando. This has to be. My back. My back! I mean, that's it. There's no more fucking news on this newspaper. Well, you know, this shit is gonna be... I don't know about that fucking check, but like this guy, man, like this guy, Joey said, can't wait for that fucking check because you don't know what the fuck Trump is doing. You don't know what they're doing, man. Let me put this shit away. So shit. What are we gonna finish off the show with? More fucking quarantine. My balls are stuck under my ass. So I'm sitting in a tank right now. I'm in a bunker, man. God damn. No, literally, like, my wife has been home all day. My mom, she's like, she works with food. So, like, food activity went down, the sales and everything. Everything is going bad, man. People are fucking negative. It's a horrible world we're living in sometimes. I mean, it's not so bad. It's beautiful, but it's just like some people, I know how it can be, guys. People are gonna doubt you for doing what you want to do. Yeah, this is the time to do it. You wanted to paint or something like that? This is the time to fucking start painting. Set up your fucking table out there, and like I told this guy, Damien, me and him, now is the right time to talk about where me and him fell off. When someone has like mental issues like that, guys, it's so hard. You deal with it for weeks and stuff, but when you start drinking around them, and it's bad. You start arguing with them because they think you start forgetting, like, because a person who has mental issues they're not gonna admit it, and none of us are perfect. I'm just saying, like, he pisses right next to where he sleeps, right next to his bed. He doesn't even get up off his bed. He gets on his knees and he pisses right next to it. And I don't want to bash him or anything, but it's the fucking truth. I mean, I'm gonna say the truth. That's where it really fell off. Like, that I would tell him these things and he would lie. He would tell me that he didn't. He does it, right? That boy, I have knee problems, and in the middle of the night, I could barely walk, so I just piss right there. And I'm like, he stopped doing it. But then when we started doing the shows by the dumpster, and I feel so bad for his situation and everything, but he would say he didn't piss in it that day, and then in a few seconds he'll be like, he threw water on it, and I'm like, so you did piss? I'm like, can you throw a little bit of more water, because I'm sitting in here and I'm literally smoking your piss. You know what I mean? Like, your piss is fucking going into my goddamn lungs, COVID-19. Talking about lugs, you remember those shoes? And fucking boots. Lugs. So yeah, so me and him. So, and we got into arguments. Like, there was a guy, Martin, that I did shows with. And I have a lot. Like, I have issues on my own. Like, I hate when people, if you tell me I have a bad idea, it's a bad idea, fine, I understand. But he was constantly using that as a form of an excuse to not want to do something. Like, oh, that's not a good idea anyways. Like, I've never done a hiking video for my channel. So we were going to hike into the woods. And I had a guest named Martin Couture. You guys can find him on my playlist. He's the funniest guy on earth. And he had a tent. Like, he had his living quarters set up in the woods. And I actually did this video with Ashley, but it didn't come out so good because I used the wrong camera. So this time I'll use a better camera if I do it. But I'm probably not going to do it. I won't do it anymore. Because I already did it and the camera was fucking. So even if I would have done it with the guy, the footage would have came out bad. But I still would have used the good pieces. But anyways, we were supposed to go in the woods hiking, and we were supposed to see Martin's area because he left all his stuff and he got locked up in another state, I think. And we were supposed to talk about how like they should have a place for the homeless, how they should have like a building for people, and they shouldn't like force people to live in the woods like this because, you know, diseases and stuff. I mean, it's nice, and that's why I wanted to go do a video about it. But he was like, "Oh, that's not interesting." I was like, "Man, I'm tired of people telling me that it's not interesting." I was like, "Don't call me ever again," you know. I just hate that. You're just like, you just don't want to come. You just literally want to sleep all day. But you know, that's fine. I just had to cut it off because he just can't tell me the truth. Can't say, "Look, I just don't want to do it." And then don't do it. You know, what did I call him for? I think he was trying to do a skit, or I was trying to do it. And that didn't go good because he doesn't know how to plan like lines in a movie. Like if I tell him to do a few lines, he'll just keep talking the whole time. And I'm like, "Yo, we're about to start acting. We're about to start the scene." And he'll just keep just yapping. And I'm like, "Yo, do you even know your lines?" He just doesn't take it serious. And so you're like at 1:30 in the morning doing a skit with someone at night. Or it was like 12 o'clock. And they just keep, I was like, it's just very hard to do it like that. It's very hard to do it with someone like that who just doesn't like to understand, you know, always battles with everything. You know, and there was a time when he was like, when we were at the flea market and they were saying racist jokes of just about, and you know, using the N-word. Not with me, with another white guy. So can you believe, like, I'm buying records, him and some other fucking crazy motherfucker that's like, this motherfucker was dressed like he's in Borderlands. Borderlands. He had two knives in back of his belt. Like, he could just reach behind and grab two big ass knives. Him and Damien were just saying the most racist shit like you wouldn't believe. And he has a problem with every fucking thing. Like when you just can't be around people like that. They have a problem with everything. It's no good. It's no good. It really isn't. You know, everyone is different, you know, but when you choose to be ignorant like that, I mean, it's sad because I've done a lot of videos with him. You know, it's fucking sad when you do a lot of videos with someone and you care about that person and like you just like I would bring him to do the show and he would want to eat. He would give me the soup. I would fucking make him his soup for him. He would need a fork. I'll get him his fucking fork. Fill him up a cup of water, a cup of juice, whatever he wanted. Get him some things. Drive him here. Drive him there. I drove him to the fucking flea market. I took him to Disney. And in the middle of Disney, he's like having a good time. But just there's like flashes where he just doesn't wanna. Like if you tell him, "Come on, we're taking too long," he'll just take 20 minutes just to prove that he's gonna do whatever he wants to do. I mean, that's rude, you know. Yeah, right. Like, isn't that rude if you like I'm walking with him to go to GameStop and he's yelling at a Mexican lady, "Taco, taco, taco." and then he's yelling at a old black guy with his young granddaughter. He's like, fried chicken, 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 KFC chicken. I love some chicken right now. And I'm like, yo, why the fuck are you saying that? And then he'll get mad at me when I go off on a guy at GameStop. He was like, why you doing that? Like, made me want to punch him in the goddamn face. It's so strange. Like, and right before that, we were walking through an alley, and there was some guy driving, and I don't know what Damien did, but he's walking with a big knife in his chest, and the black guy was like, yeah, you better move or something. When you see me coming, you better move or something like that. And Damien was like, he said something back to him, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Do you want to die? He said he's killed people before and he's been in the army, which is a goddamn lie. He said, I panicked. I panicked one time. This guy, he dropped his gun. And I picked up the gun and I shot him in the face and he died. And I'm like, you should say it on the podcast. I'm like, oh, never mind. You can't say it on the podcast. He's like, yeah, you can. Oh, now you say, yeah, you can, you motherfucker. But if I say let's talk about it on the podcast, you can't do that because it's the FBI. Anybody gets a hold of this, you could use it against me, or you're a fucking liar, man. You're a goddamn liar. He's like, when I was in the Corps, I did 3 years in the Corps. Was it 6 years or 3 years? I don't know how long it was. But I had 3 years in the Corps, but I don't remember because of the car accident. Not even a car accident. He was walking, somebody hit him. This is a fucking lie. There's no scar anywhere. There's no fucking scar anywhere. Not at his head. Not on his hip. He said 65% of my body's metal. And it's all on video. Like, it's all on my podcast. So, like, you can't, you can only deal with that for so long before you fucking finally snap! It's not good. I'm done. You fucking snap and you're done. And then, like, he tells me that he doesn't remember. How the fuck you don't remember if you were in the Marines or not? You must have remembered putting on your boots, driving. How do you remember what your mom does? What the argument was about? What you went through with this person, what you went through with that. An amazing, like, more memory than a fucking elephant, right? And me combined. And a dwarf. All three of us combined. More memory than all of us. Because dwarves have amazing memory. And I know that because I'm a scientist. I run tests in the jungle during quarantine on dwarves for the COVID-19 and for long memory. But so you must remember if you did 6 years in the Marines, or 3 years in the Marines, 6 years. All that intense training. And I tell him, so tell me one thing about the Marines. One thing you remember. He does not remember one thing. So how the fuck do you remember if you were in the Corps or not? You know how he told me that he's in the Corps? With a keychain. A single fucking keychain. Like a dirty little, like skinny little, like thing that said Marines on it, which anybody can buy, or anybody can just take that off because he gets a lot of supplies from Marines out here, from Army people. Oh, so he made $100. Took him to the flea market. I bought a Steve Martin record that I was dying to go back, and I just, like, I was like, so I'm going back. He's like, oh, that's perfect. I'm gonna save up money. You know what this motherfucker bought with $100? You know how long you have to sit? He had to sit for like a whole week. And people gave him that because it was his birthday. And at first he doesn't tell me that it was his birthday. He doesn't. He just makes it like seem that he collected all the money. So I'm like, how you make 20s? How the fuck you begging for money or you sitting and you have a tip jar, but you only have 20s? It's because he has a sign that's saying that it's his birthday, right? So the month, and which it was, I think it was. It was like May something, May 2 or something like that. So the motherfucker buys army pants. He buys an army, like, those fishing, like you're going for fishing? You ever seen the movie Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? The dad is wearing that jacket. Just that and camouflage. Or the kid is wearing the jacket, whatever. The kid with the fucking cougar patch. The cougar patch. The kid with the cougar patch and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. The kid with the cougar patch and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. With the tiny people, when they were the little shrunken people and the little tiny. The little tiny ants, and they eat the cookie. When they eat the cookie, Super Smash Box Monkey movie. That jacket. And he bought a fucking knife. Big knife. And when he grabs it after he buys it, he's in the car, he puts it on his hand, and he starts practicing, like, to stab someone, to shoot it, like, to shoot that bitch in someone's face. And you could tell him, you could tell in his face that he was gonna do it. He was gonna do something one day. And I'm just like in fear. After our friendship broke off, I'm really driving, right? I'm driving, I'm thinking, or like I'm skateboarding or something, or I'm at the house. And I'm thinking to myself, what if that guy kidnaps someone, brings them in the wood, and binds them? You know what I mean? He has a fucked up hip. I think he'll have a hard time. But he'll definitely stab someone. I mean, he's eager to do it. We were by the fucking dumpster. And some car went outside of the dumpster in the middle of the night. And this guy was acting like he was about to beat his girlfriend. She got out the car. He like went to her on the wall. And I was calm. We were going to intervene if something happened. But this guy, you should have seen his face. He was like, huh? Like Damien was, like he fucking took 20 grams of morphine and was ready for fucking Nam, Guantanamo Bay, Alcatraz all at once. Death. Scary shit. When I seen him, I was like, whoa. I was like, you were looking like that behind me the whole time? And the guy that lives in front of me is a fucking cunt. And the fucking guy that lives next to me is a fucking cunt. First, I'm gonna tell you guys the reason why. Number one, the first reason for the guy in the front. He's a fucking... You should have seen the way he treated... I'm gonna tell you... the first reason that's really fucking with me. First, there's a fucking signal in my brain right now. Why? The motherfucker has a signal box in front of his house that has a fucking... It's not a magnetic pulse. It's not a magnetic pulse, Armageddon. Pulse for apocalypto device. Brain stealing operation. It's like a noise to keep animals away. And I remember that I called the cops randomly. Not randomly. Yeah, randomly. Because I was trying to, we can't play in the street because of the fucking noise. This box makes a noise so loud that when I think the cop said something to Ashley, I'm not sure. He said that fucking noise is annoying as fuck, the cop. That's what he said coming out the car. So you literally can't play. But the noise is to keep animals away. Like, there's no animals that can go on his yard or birds because he has a box that it's a constant frequency. Yo, the shit was so strong at one point, so the cop made him turn it down to a few notches. But he had the frequency so high that you can hear it inside of your house. Think about that, man. Somebody with a frequency box, dude. That's some crazy shit. Like, motherfucker can have, and it's completely legal. I mean, he told him to turn it down. The guy turned off the box, and then in a few days, the motherfucker turns it on again. So right now, like, when I open the door of my car, all of a sudden you could hear a click, and the fucking the frequency box turns on again, and it's like a high frequency in your fucking ears. It's just the dumbest fucking thing. Okay. So another reason why I hate this motherfucker in front of me. And he doesn't even know that I've broken into the house, and I've broken into the house next to me a long time ago. For very other reasons. The big reasons. I'll tell you guys right after this. Fuck it. Okay. So the guy, he's a bad guy, and I'm gonna tell you why in the front. Fucking chicken. The way he was handling this goddamn chicken that I think we gave it to him, like we had a chicken, the way it was to kill it. But you should have seen the way he grabbed it and took it. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I just gave him my chicken. I really can't believe it. That chicken is gone. The one next to us. The reason why I don't like his dumb bitch ass. Big old fucking stupid dog. Ran into my fucking yard. The biggest dog I've ever seen. You know those big old Great Danes? Motherfucker got that. A little one. And, it's beautiful dogs. But he has a canine. And he has a fucking big sticker in the back of the car that says, look, right now it says, United States Army, caution, stay back. Service dog will bite or something like that. Why the fuck would you have a service dog around here that can bite people? And now we can't play around the yard and run. I mean, we play around the yard and run, but you have to be aware. What the fuck? Of what the fuck? You know? So the reason why I broke into these houses, these people weren't here when I broke into them. A long time ago, the house next to me, a long time ago, one of my friend's brothers gave him a PS2, and then this kid never paid him. So he told me that he went to knock on the door, left the door a little bit open. So what we did, I mean, I'll get into more elaborate stories later when I do. I'm doing like I'm doing a driving around my town video, and I'm gonna talk about all the crimes I've done. I'm gonna show the houses I've broken into, and this is like more than 10 years ago. This is a long time ago. So I'm not gonna get into such detail like that, but so yeah, so the motherfucker, he needed his money. The guy wasn't there. We broke into the house. I got a whole bunch of weed, pills, Game Cubes. You know, I could have lost my life. Somebody could have killed me in that bitch. Okay, and that's what I think about all the time, that I could have died doing any of these things. But then the one in front of me, crazy motherfucker. We smoked K2, me and my friend Alan, we used to smoke K2 in front of his house, inside of his house. And his girl was like a part bartender at some stripper place or a bar or something. His girl went missing, and it was just complete chaos. Like, the guy was going through the most shit. His mom dead. His mom was dead. He had to adopt his brother, and he was gone for a long time. And I remember that the house was like a super mess. Like, the kids were super dirty. And I remember I was super young. I was like, man, fuck it. I'm gonna see what the fuck's in there. So I got away with like a Blu-ray player, and that was it. You know, I didn't take nothing else because they didn't have nothing else. But if you would have seen that fucking mess in that goddamn house, it was trash everywhere. Like, you know, those, like a movie, like somebody moved or something and there's trash, like real trash everywhere, like clumps, clothes on the ground, trash, everything broken, just like hell. It was a house of hell. I remember this motherfucker drove. He was so mad. He came in a goddamn SUV into the block. He knew me too. He rode his truck into the fucking yard. Like, bro, he went in through the gutter and parked in his yard. Like, just made a big old line. Didn't give a fuck about the going around in the driveway. He peeled out hard and heavy. So you gotta do it during the quarantine. Just go hard and heavy. Put that suit on and